There's a new street fighter on your windowsill. The weapon is peace, the word is chill.
Hello there guys, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behaviour. And today I have a knife, which means I've got some unboxing to do. But before we do that, I want a quick word from, not a sponsor, but just a great Super Bra Hall of Fame good brother to the show, RDJ Customs. Just listen to me while I give out about some amazing things he's made for me. And as we head over to my diorama set, I want to give a huge big thank you to RDJ Customs on Instagram, who sent me the amazing Spider-Man No More bin and everything else that you see around here. This dude is so insanely talented. I know I've had a lot of people asking me about that Spider-Man No More bin. Well, this is where you can find it, and so many more. You can see here I've got the Oni masks, I've got the money, got a cigar, just so much cool stuff that just brings your display to life. So guys, go check out RDJ Customs on Instagram. Such a cool dude, awesomely talented, and fantastic diorama pieces. Absolutely love that. Thank you so much for sending me those. You see, Hasbro? You see how easy that was? Someone just sent me some cool stuff and I put it on the channel and I told everyone how great it was. This could have been us, but you're too busy playing. Alright? You're too busy playing. Come contact me when you're ready to be serious. And that was the huge kudos to my friend over at RDJ Customs, who I should have done this shout out for ages ago, but I'm just very scatterbrained and forgetful, and I was too busy enjoying using the Spider-Man No More diorama trash bin to actually give a shout out to the man who made it. So guys, if you want some amazing diorama pieces, go over to RDJ Customs, and Hasbro, call me. So, speaking of Hasbro and action figures, let's talk about McFarlane and action figures, because you just saw my trip to, not to McFarlane Land, it felt like McFarlane Land from what I brought back with me, but from Forbidden Planet. What did I pick up there? Well, we're going to find out right now. So strap yourselves in, take off your pants, crack a beer, and get ready for the world's dumbest action figure video podcast. So guys, coming up first and foremost, this is big. This is actually a genuinely, big project that is happening now. We have the McFarlane Space Marine, but a blank Space Marine. So what's the plan? Well, I'm going to tell you. It is the Model Behaviour action figure army thing that I'm doing. Because, again, just people. Talented people. It's insane and a little bit sickening how incredibly talented people are, because another super brother of the show, Oliver Twisted Customs over on Instagram, go and check him out, said, Dave, would you like a few custom made heads of yourself? And I was like, yes, of course. I'm an actor. I'm the most vain, arrogant of human beings in the world. I'm virtually a human cat with how much I love myself and want to see myself immortalized in plastic. Of course I want some custom heads of myself. So he has whipped up some 3D models which look bonkersly insane, and now I am going to make a Model Behaviour Space Marine figure. So one of the heads is going to go on here, and this is all going to be painted and decked out in whatever the Model Behaviour army would be wearing. What I need now is a Piglet custom to have under my arm. I cannot wait to dive into this. And also, at Forbidden Planet, I'll go through them and then I'll open them up and we'll have a play around with them. And this was a total impulse purchase, I got the Hellbat. Oh me nya. Look at this guy. Why did I get him? Look at the size of him. He's so hefty. The heftometer is off the charts on this guy for less than a regular release Marvel Legend now. That's what I'm saying. When you're talking about bang for your buck, this is a lot of plastic in here, a lot of articulation. I've never even read a comic with the Hellbat in it. I don't know what this is about. Is it blasphemous? Is this a bat from hell? That's not right, but at the same time, it looks amazing. So you better bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to have fun posing and playing around with this guy. Not only that, but also we have Batman Beyond. The only Batman Beyond cartoon I've seen is The Return of the Joker, which is brilliantly, bonkersly dark for a cartoon. And I always loved this design. I love the faceless masks. I love faceless masks where you can still see the facial details with the nose and the lips and the eyes, and that's what this has. I love it on this guy. I love it on Kane. Any other character where it just has that. It's so like mysterious and dark and cool and brooding and badass. But I was torn. I was like, he looks good, he looks cool, but do I really need him? Do I really want him? I'm spending a few shekels already. And then I saw, you know what tipped me over the edge? He comes with a flight stand. A big, strong, badass flight stand so I can plug his boot jets in and have him rocketing over Gotham City of the future. That is going to look cool. And McFarlane, that is what the deal breaker was. Honestly, it was just having a badass flight stand for him. Hasbro, take note. We love stands. I love stands. And I speak for the entire community without exception. So therefore, we all love stands and we want them in our action figures. Cannot wait to play around with this guy and have him on display. And finally, one of the McFarlane ones that has been kind of needling at me for a while that I really wanted to get. I was just waiting for an excuse, and today he was on sale. So we have Azrael. What do I know about Azrael? Not a hell of a lot, except that he looks amazing. Legs look a little bit spindly-bindly, but that's okay. He skips leg day, it's fine. He's got what we call glamour muscles. But just look at the detailing going on this figure. This looks amazing. Cannot wait to get him out of the packaging. And I know that he was like the replacement Batman when Brain broke Batman's back and blah, blah, blah. But still, I just got him because he looks so cool. And that's hopefully what means I won't fall down the McFarlane Batman DC rabbit hole, is that I don't need or want everyone. I don't really care about the Justice League. I just want cool looking action figures. And that's what I got. So let's take a look at them. Alright, we're back, and I've changed shirts as well. Why? Because the one I was rocking, I also bought from Forbidden Planet. I thought, you know what? It's the Euro finals today. They have a red, white, and blue Union Jack Forbidden Planet t-shirt, and it only cost £3. Come on! I'm kind of getting crazy for new shirts now. I'm getting people sending them to me, which is amazing. Again, Katie, thank you so much for the Venom one you sent, which is so badass. I thought I'll get a Union Jack Forbidden Planet one, but wearing it, I was like, this feels like a £3 shirt. Like, I felt like it was attacking my body. So maybe after a few washes, it'll be okay. But I'm digressing. Let's look at some action figures. So first of all, I really want to take a look at this Space Marine because this is the Model Behaviour project. This is what I'm going to make my action figure on, which I just love. Because I was thinking like, oh, should I try and find a body that has, you know, a t-shirt or something? I can custom the t-shirt, make it look like Mimi. And then I thought, no. Let's actually have really good fun with this, because also I wanted the Space Marine. But I saw McFarlane did a naughty thing where they have the painted ones, they have a blue one with a red helmet and a red one with a blue helmet. So of course you want to buy both and swap them over to have uniformity, or at least I do, because my obsessive compulsiveness. Here he is in his plastic prison, and he's so big. He's big and hefty and chunky. He's strapped in with lots of cable ties. So let me, maybe this knife will do the trick. Let's see here. Because I've been looking at YouTube videos on how to prep these figures because, my goodness, there's so much work that goes into giving them a good paint job. Because I'm not a customizer. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not even a rank amateur. I'm like zero, zero experience with these things. So I'm not expecting it to set the world on fire, but it'll be fun. But that's why, thank goodness, the creative geniuses at Oliver Twisted Customs are going to paint the head for me at least. So the head will look the business, and then the body will look as good as I can make it. And that's good enough for me. Here we go. I think I've freed him up now. So first of all, we've got his huge... Oh, actually, can I get it out? It's tightly in here. There we go. Oh, it is still strapped in. Gosh, there's so much going on here. So here we go. Get the bolter out, if it is called a bolter. There we go. Look at the size of this. This is a BFG right here. This is a big gun that I'm going to decorate. I'm going to go full kind of 2000 AD tank girl style with lots of scribbles and writing and damage and graffiti and just make it look like a real kind of post-apocalyptic awesome looking thing. And speaking of just awesome, yeah, this gun, huge, big, chunky, so cool. I used to collect some Warhammer stuff when I was a kid, but I was always too impatient to learn the rules. I just liked the designs. And now as an adult, they just go, yeah, no, we get that. You can just buy ready-made figures now, fully painted and ready to go. And I'm like, ha, that's what I wanted. So here we go. Now we have the jetpack, which I will cut out of Nya. So let me just get the knife under here, and we can get this fella. There we go. Nice little jetpack there. This is amazingly well sculpted, and at least I haven't played around with the articulation. Let's get that plastic crack. So satisfying. Are the legs in? There we go. Oh, one more. There he is. There is the Space Marine. And gosh, you know what? The first thing I'm noticing? How smooth all the joints are. They bend and articulate so nicely, really easily. I thought he might be a bit stiff, but actually, oh, look at the hip, waist swivel here. All the way around, lovely. This is like a, I'm not sure what to describe it as. It's like a maquette, almost, like you would use this for stop motion animation. There's so much movement in here. This is beautiful. Double jointed knees. The elbows are single jointed, I think. Oh no, I think there is a double. It's hard to tell. I mean, who cares? Well, no, people do care. I don't mind too much, is all I'm saying. So, and I speak for everyone, obviously. So yeah, this guy is looking very, very cool. I cannot wait. I'm gonna do in sort of my baseball cap type colors. So it's going to be kind of a grey kind of base, then with purple and red accents and highlights, and oh, he's going to look so cool. I'm really, really excited. So let's just pop the backpack on here. What I might do is I might try painting him myself and have my go and see what I can do. And if I kind of get sort of taken by the idea, then I might see if I can find someone who's actually good at painting and say like, can you do this properly for me, please? So that would be great. I think we'll need some hot water to get the gun into his hand, although I'm gonna try. There we go. Just took a bit of brute force and ignorance. So that is working great there. And they're huge big gun, and the joints, they're loose to move, but they're also stiff to hold their position. The shoulder just slipped there, but still, you can hold the big heavy gun out there and it won't just fall down. I'm sure it would maybe eventually, but still, that's so great. And I guess the basic sort of position is to have the other hand underneath the gun supporting it like you normally would do. And that's model behavior, Space Marine. So I'll get the David head, and I can pop the head on there, and then I think you can just pop these off quite easily. Yeah, there you go. He'll probably have his helmet in his hand like that, snigger, and that's just going to look awesome. And the head originally was going to be scaled for Marvel Legends size, but actually I might keep it Marvel Legends size because it doesn't matter if the head is small on here because it's power armor. This is like a Hulkbuster armor or Ironmonger armor. It doesn't have to be sort of human size. As long as it's not too small. There's nothing worse than a giant head on small armor. But the other way around is fine. But this, the articulation and everything on here, really nice. I'm very surprised at just how good this is. Everyone was telling me how nice the Space Marine is, but I wasn't expecting it to be that nice. So yeah, despite falling over just there when I put him down, he's looking excellent. I'm really, really happy about that. All right, let's get this off the table because we got more figures to look at. Coming up now, I want to do the big one, the Hellbat. I want to see how this racks up and stacks up next to the other figures. So I'll be cutting away to some of the other McFarlane figures on my diorama so that you can see how he looks, because he's big. He's a big boy. He's a big beefy boy, and that's what drew my attention to him. And again, looking at him, looking at his price tag, and then looking at the same price tag for, I don't know, like Iron Man 2020. That's like this, there's a heck of a lot more to this than to that. And yeah, bright, shiny, glossy paint. This looks good. And big bat wings as well. I was hoping, I couldn't tell. Because I couldn't tell from the artwork on the back if he came with sort of cape type wings or not. And I couldn't really see because the body's so big. I couldn't tell if the box contained these. So the fact that they're on here, That makes me really happy. I can't wait to pose him with these. It's a little tricky. There we go. That's one out there. That's another out there. And let's have a little look at the card as well. I don't mind ripping up the box. That's fine. These McFarlane boxes ain't for keeping. Although in the future, I guess that mint in box will be worth more because people who take them out, unlike Marvel Legends, do full on just like trash the boxes. So we have the Hellbat card here, and it says, after losing his son Damian, aka Robin, Batman eventually found temporary peace until Damian's body was stolen and taken to the fiery planet of Apocalypse. Determined to bring Damian back to life, Batman dons the experimental Hellbat suit, forged by the other members of the Justice League, and ventures to the hellscape of Apocalypse to take on the virtually indestructible ruler, Darkseid. I don't know much about DC and Darkseid and whatnot, but if he's going up against Batman, I dare say he doesn't stand a chance. My money's on the Dark Knight, especially in this armor. So that storyline sounds kind of cool. I wonder is that an Elseworlds one, or did Damian Wayne really die? I don't know. I don't know. Too much DC to read. But here is the Hellbat. But he's not finished yet. I got to put these wings on. But from initial impressions, okay, see now this is the stiffness in the joints I was expecting in the Space Marine. But there we go. Now he's moving about a bit. I love the sharp clawed hands. Those are genuinely really sharp. And he's got his LOD. He's got his Legion of Doom shoulder pads. What a rush! I think this guy looks bonkers cool. The torso swivel is all the way around. Very, very nice. I wonder how he stacks up to Crimson Dynamo. Similar kind of mech suits. And he's got some, even with the shoulder pads, he's got some high shoulder articulation too. The lovely forearm spikes there as well. Yeah, this was an impulse purchase, but it was a good one. Also, nice ankle rocker type technology there as well. That's looking good. So we'll stick the wings on here. Oh, they fold all the way out. Fantastic. This is going to look big, bold, and bad. And they're kind of hexagonal, so they won't slide around. They'll actually just stick in place. Oh my goodness. This guy is, as the kids would say, straight fire. This looks so cool. Let's just get this other one in here and make sure they're kind of at the same parallel symmetrical design. The Hellbat! Ladies and jelly spoons, look at this guy! Whoa! That's metal. That's like, yow! Tear a hole in the sun! That's thrashing hair metal, glam rock, badass. This is what you would expect to see like lowered from the ceiling in a Ronnie James Dio concert. That's really, really cool. Very Tron. Very Tron meets the Dark Knight. This is badass. And then of course you can fold the wings a little bit if you want to, but come on. Come on! You gotta have them out full spread. Spread eagle, if you will. The Hellbat looks great. I'm really, really psyched about that. That's awesomeness. Right, next one we're going to do is Batman of the Future. Batman Tomorrow. Is that what it's called? Batman Tomorrow? Batman Beyond! I knew Batman Tomorrow wasn't right. Jeez Louise, like, you guys know me. My noggin is the old grey mare, she ain't what she used to be. Actually, that was a funny thing. When I saw the 3D renders for my face, I was like, oh, there's a lot of wrinkles and crow's feet on there. I better tell them to like tone that down. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, nope, that's pretty accurate. Actually, that's about right. That's my 40-year-old face. So, Batman Beyond. Let's take a look at Damian Wayne. On the back of the box, the other ones in the line are the Flash, Gorilla Grodd, Bizarro, Green Lantern, and Nightwing. I kind of like Gorilla Grodd, I gotta say. Apparently he's a bit small, a bit undersized for what he's supposed to be, but then again, I don't have any preconceived notions of Gorilla Grodd. I just see a monkey in armor, which looks awesome, so maybe. Again, that sticks to my McFarlane DC rule of, does it look cool? Not is he a member of this team or does he appear in this story? No. Just does he look cool? I just want a cool action figure. And speaking of cool, here is Batman Beyond, and it's just so sleek. And I think it's a great counterpoint to the Hellbat. It's like if the Hellbat is the tank, then this version is the Porsche. It's the sleek, streamlined version with lots of accessories as well. And that's where Hasbro is... No, not Hasbro. Marvel. Come on, Dave. Get in the game. That's where McFarlane is kind of killing it right now. They're giving us the bang for our buck. And that's how you've got to, do business to get ahead in a crowded marketplace. You've got to stand out. And that's why I'm saying, Hasbro, feel like you're kind of resting on your laurels a bit. You're already number one, so why try harder? Well, folks are going to come nipping at your heels. They're going to come nipping at your heels fast. So we got a combined boot jets together. That's a fun effect. So it's not just two, they actually meld the flames together. That would have looked awesome on War Machine or Iron Man. But again, Hasbro instead just went, nah, we'll just put out the same effects we've been doing all this time. Why change, huh? Why try harder? Well, I don't know, because I just dropped a lot of money on your competitor, so make of that what you will. I'm really enjoying, since this entire channel was built on the foundation of Marvel Legends, it's really fun to be looking at other stuff now as well. So let's just, it's such a long-winded process, snipping and clipping all the different ties off on here, which is like, you can't fault them for it. It's just extra packaging and extra safety. But when you're trying to do a YouTube video, then you just end up rambling nonsense to the poor people who are desperately wanting to carry on with their day. But okay, I'm gonna edit this so that you're not seeing me struggle with it for hours. Okay, I think I've got everything unclipped now, so let's have a look at him. Hey, there we go. We've got a couple of extra hands in here, but let's just see the figure himself. So much more streamlined, and the cape, I guess, kind of folds out a bit. We've got a couple of holes here, and I'm wondering what that is for. I can't really tell. Am I moving these the right way or the wrong way? Ah, there we go. They kind of go like that, but there. That's sort of right, I think. But again, I'm not too familiar with the Batman Beyond design, so they kind of do just angle down by the looks of things. I'm not sure why they have these big rectangular holes in them, though. That's a bit unusual. I'm not saying it's bad or good or indifferent, but they're there, and I wasn't expecting them to be there. But I still have to get used to the 7-inch scale. It still feels like a bit too big, but then I'm like, no, that's it. It's a larger scale than Legends. And I think 6-inch scale for me is still my sweet spot. That's just the action figure proportions that I consider. My brain goes, yes, Dave, that's an action figure. Whereas this one, my brain goes, yes, Dave, it's slightly bigger than an action figure. And then the rest of my brain goes, then what is it? I don't understand this. Okay, so I see the idea with the boot jets is he's got two jets coming out of each boot. Again, so cool. What a nice little difference to make there. A fun design technique. Two separate jets that kind of whoosh into each other is the technical term that I'm using there. And I really had to force that one in there. But hey, I think they're always going to be there because I'm always going to have him in a flying position on the beautiful flight stand that was provided. So let's get the flight stand out as well. So here we have the DC flight stand, which is so great. Again, it's all about the added value. And these aren't cheap little flight stands. These are heavy duty, good, well, hard-wearing things. So I'm just going to pose him real basic here just to get him set up so that we can move on to our final figure and you don't spend all day watching me play around with action figures. Gosh, could you imagine? that would do my numbers and analytics fantastically if you could do that. I wonder how many hours of footage I've got actually. You could probably watch Model Behaviour for a long time and not run out. So let's see the best way of fitting him on here. Because of course, characters with capes are always a little bit trickier to get in flight stands if the cape covers their waist where you would normally grip them. But this one here, no problem with that. There he goes. Batman Beyond rocketing into our hearts. He looks terrific. He's going to look so good next to the Hellbat. These two, this is quite a big DC collection now that I was not expecting to have, but I'm so glad that I do. All right, are you ready for the last piece? I know I am. We have Azrael on sale, no less. Azrael, it was an as sale. An as sale? That doesn't work. That's why I don't own a shop, because every promotion I do would just be based on how good of a pun I can make out of it. Come on down to our As sale. That's awful. If a shop made that kind of sale, I would boycott it out of principle. Alright, so here we have Azrael, he's got the Mr. Sinister cloak. He's got the Mr. Sinister cape there. Sinister's like, oh, you bitch. One of us is going to have to go home and change now. So let's just get him freed from his bondage here. Ah, come on, you little bugger. The trick when using a knife is to pull it towards you as hard as possible, kids. Alright? If there's an adult present, just ask them to leave. Alright, I think that's the only one. Hey, there we go. Oh, there's so many moving pieces here. Come on, little hands. Where are you caught? What's holding you back? As with anything in life, folks, if something's holding you back, then just push through it. Unless it's like a police barricade. You know, maybe just assess the situation. Treat each one subjectively, is what I'm saying. But what's capturing... Ah, he's got a wrist one. He had one on one wrist, but not the other. That's why I couldn't see it. There we go. Come on. Ah! Alright. That's why I don't do these unboxings drunk anymore. When I was doing Marvel Legends unboxing, I could do them while I was drunk and it wouldn't matter because you only have to slice the tape. When you have to slice all the cable ties, best do that with a clear head. Alright, what else is holding you? What's holding you back? I'm trying to help you here. Come on. There we go. One more. Ja! Ha-ha! Not today, Daddy-o. So, here is Azrael out of his plastic prison. And, yeah, you know what I like. I like big, bright, and colourful. And this guy ticks all those boxes. He's big, he's so chunky and top heavy. Once I've actually got him out of the packaging, you can see that his legs aren't too small. They looked a little bit spindly in the box, but that's because they were kind of hidden behind his modesty tunic there. But now that they're actually able to separate a bit, you can see, nah. This guy's got quads for days. This guy squats and deadlifts. So that's absolutely fine. More importantly though, I love the armor on here. The gold with the Mr. Sinister flappy bits. So pointless, but so great as well. So of course you've got to love it. He's got the little cross and all the accoutrements, his little stagger, a stagger and a dagger. And I guess that's a Bible, I suppose. It's all very religious type things here. I love that. And of course, being all religious-y, he has a flaming sword of righteousness, I suppose. So let's just pop the flaming sword out. Oh boy, I'm gonna need more storage space. And that, my friends, is a happy problem. So here we go. Oh, just like many other action figures, like Splinter with his flaming sword, or Typhoid Mary with hers, the flames do come off. So you can switch the flames. You can switch the flames on and off, depending on whether or not you're in the cinema, I suppose. It's like the film is about to start. Would all patrons please turn off their flaming swords? Extinguish all flaming swords. Okay, come on, let's get you in the hand there. Let's just force it in. Again, kids, if things don't go right away, just force it as much as you can do, and eventually it'll work. That's good advice. Ha ha! Yeah, look at that. That's excellent. I really, really love that. So cool. I'm gonna have to go do some Azrael reading now because that looks awesome. I love the gold highlights, all the accents there. That looks so cool. McFarlane toys have come along a long way in a short time. Because a lot of people said in my last video when I was doing the battle of Hasbro versus McFarlane, they were saying, well, actually, that's not really fair because those McFarlane ones are like first generation. They're quite old. And I can see, like, I know this is even about a year old now, but these have come along a long way. They really have. These are good figures. These are real good figures. So I'm really seriously impressed. Azrael looks awesome. Got all the toe articulation and all that jazz. I'm loving the detailing on the armor. The soft plastic is soft, the hard plastic is hard, and the middle plastic is just about in the middle. He's got the double joints as well, so he can kick his own butt. And everything else is coming together here to make such a badass looking figure. Unfortunately, he does suffer from having the closed empty hand. Like, I see no ships. That's my pet peeve with action figures. It's like, don't have a gripping hand that's not gripping anything. Like, what are you doing with this hand? There's nothing there. So yeah, like, just give us a fisted hand, give us a relaxed hand, but not the Marvel. all the women are doing this or this for some reason. But yeah, that does bug me. But I'll let that go because everything else on here just looks so cool. Really, really badass. I dig this guy, and I dig this guy, and I dig this guy, and I dig this guy. This has been a good Sunday. I'm very, very pleased with what we have going on here. I cannot wait to get started with the Model Behaviour Space Marine. That's going to be so cool. Hellbat, badass metal figure. The Batman Beyond, sleek, cool, like a badass Porsche. Really love that. And I think my favorite might be actually the cheaper figure who was on sale. Azrael, bright, big, bold, colorful. Love it. So cool. Good day. Guys, crash bang wallop water video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, then join the 6-1 clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on a single episode of Displaying Model Behaviour. Now, while I've got your attention, there's something I want to address with you that's very important. Unfortunately, my Patreon is full up. I've reached my maximum capacity, so I'm not allowing any more patrons to join, unfortunately. No matter how much money you want to pledge, I have to put my foot down and say, like, look, this needs to be an exclusive elite club. And if I just let anyone in, then any old riffraff can join the Patreon over at patreon.com/displaying model behavior and see all the excellent videos that are available on there exclusively, including the Legends Legacy reviews that are back exclusively on Patreon, and also movie reviews and all sorts of other stuff. You cannot see that anymore because Patreon is full. Now, Patreon have been in touch with me and they've told me that there are some teething problems with their system at the moment, and that if you do go and try to sign up, then you might be able to actually like get through the cracks and join the Patreon. But I'm asking you not to because it's exclusive closed shop. Alright, so stop chancing your luck. You had your chance and you missed out, and now no one else can join these hallowed ranks of awesome legends who are part of the Model Behaviour Patreon. I'm sorry guys, but the books are officially closed for now. Maybe in the future I might reopen them, but I just got to say that if you do go to patreon.com/display model behavior and try to join, you might be able to. It's possible that you can still join and pledge however much you want, but I'm just saying the club is technically closed and now it's just the exclusive elite members. Just so you know, I appreciate your help with that. But guys, that notwithstanding, thanks so much for joining me, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior. Of displaying model behavior, and I have a knife, which means that's it's more for the gag reel.